Cancer, welcome back to another week of readings. A little disclaimer, I am feeling super off with this week's readings. I'm finding it really hard to dial in, but I did not want to leave the readings any longer. So I'm going to do my very best for you all today. We'll see what comes through. I'm using Kim Cran's, is it The Wild Unknown? I think it's The Wild Unknown Tarot. Anyways, so intuitive read for you all. We'll see how it goes. If you guys don't like it, I'll just go back to the other cards. So first up, we've got the Hierophant and the Daughter of Pentacles. The Hierophant in this deck always speaks to me about news coming in. It's typically something that you need to hear. It may not always feel pleasant, but it's coming. It's a bit frustrating, whatever is coming in, because it's almost like you're looking for a key to your lock and you're not getting it. You're getting it kind of in reverse. And so to me, that it always kind of gives that feeling of frustration, because it's like, I just want an answer. Just give it to me simply, straight, whatever. And Spirit's not going to give it to you that way. You're going to have to work a little bit harder for it. Okay. So the Daughter of Pentacles coming up next to it. Cancer, I almost feel like this is your energy. There's a sweetness here. There's a curiosity about whatever this crow has to say here in the Hierophant. It's definitely got your attention. Yeah, and then here we've got the heartbreak coming out. Okay, so Five of Pentacles always speaks to me about depression. It's that depressed feeling. It's something that hasn't sunk you into, the total depths of it, but certainly something that's affected you to the point that you're not feeling like yourself, and it feels like you've lost something. Okay. Cards jumping out on the floor. That's always good. So we've got the Five of Swords with the Six of Cups and the Three of Swords. Yeah. Something's been severed. A foundation. I think this is the loss of a relationship. I really do. The loss of a relationship where you've lost your other half. It could speak to the death of somebody I'm getting as well. Please, if someone hasn't passed, this is going to be someone who's already passed, okay? This is not a passing that's coming, so please don't, oh my gosh, start worrying and, going through those motions. Absolutely not. No one, I don't think, can predict that. Certainly not me anyways. So it could be that somebody that you've lost, or it's a relationship that you've lost, but something that you'd been with this person for quite some time, because there's roots here. There's roots being put down. There's, when I see those colored roots, I always think of an established family. Okay. So, generations of people potentially, right? And so, with this, worm, this earthworm getting split in half, it's almost like, okay, I'm getting communication. Okay, so that, yeah, you heard something from somebody, whether this is the person themselves or an outside source. Kind of feels like an outside source that basically severed this relationship, this long-standing relationship. It could have been something related to a third party for sure, because I'm getting like these three entwined together and loss coming from it. Okay, tell us more. Sorry, that's my dog drinking her water. I don't know how loud that's going to come across on camera. My goodness. I changed my space up a bit today. I just can't sit in the basement in the dark and the kids are out. So it's quiet enough that I can work upstairs. Need some liquid sunshine in the room. You might be feeling the same way yourselves. Boy, this is not an easy go of it. It potentially this has already taken place, or you're in the process of moving through a separation from somebody, because I'm also getting that with this severing of this relationship, there's things being split equitably. Okay, like there's things being split up, but it's a ton of work, because your lives are so intertwined at that point, right? I mean, you've laid down these roots. There's this foundation, there's this family unit that's coming apart, and it's, you know, the untangling or detangling from a separation and divorce is an incredibly difficult journey. Once you do make that decision to go, for whatever reason, to uncouple, to come apart, especially if you've been together a long time, like I think you have here, it's an incredibly difficult experience. You almost think that making the decision whether or not to end it will be bad, and then you go through just separating, and it's a very trying time. Yeah, I feel like there was some secrets let out here. Again, this will be no surprise to you, so if this hasn't happened, don't worry, it's not for you. This is something that's already happened, where secrets have come out that relate to a third party situation here. Okay, it could have been someone from this person's work. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is your partner, or whoever the masculine is the one who got involved in this. Getting that masculine energy again. Could have been an Aries. Could also be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. When I get the Emperor card, I always think of Big Hard Sun. I don't know if that song resonates with you. This Emperor energy, though, is one where it's like very stoic. They like things neat and tidy. They like things perfect. Like everything has its place sort of thing, including how they present themselves to others. A lot of fire. Like I get this fiery energy. Like hot-tempered almost. Yeah, interesting. We have the Three of Cups come out next with the Tower. And the Eight of Cups. Yeah. Sorry, Cancer. This sucks big time. I mean, the threes that we're getting here, we've got Three of Swords, Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles, right? Yeah, this could be also gossip going on and stuff, and you're the last to hear about this, is the energy that I get from this card. Not just third-party energy. And, you know, with the Tower, I believe this came as a total shock to you. I don't think you saw this coming. I really don't. I think you thought you had a really good life and things were moving along quite well. And this kind of blew everything apart. And you can just see what you're left with in the end with that Eight of Cups there. All of those broken emotions. And again, that depressed type energy here. Where you can see the energy of those together, right? And this darkness, this depressive. But they haven't broken you, you know. They absolutely haven't broken you. You will heal from this, absolutely. I don't know if the Father of Pentacles came out. I don't know if that's someone who is going to help you with that. Yeah, exactly. I just saw the Father of Pentacles show up there at the bottom of the deck, and this could be someone like your father, or someone who's like a father to you. They could be an earth sign, like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but somebody who is very wise, who's very insightful, somebody who's really good with their money. They're intelligent. They're very gentle-natured. They're very calm and reassuring. They're one of those people that is always willing to help others. They're always willing to lend a hand and to share their wisdom with you. It could be financial wisdom as well. And then, yeah, because I just got this communication card jump out when I was referring to the King of Pentacles there. Okay. I'm just taking a minute. I really am getting that this news just came out of nowhere. It really did. Like if you look at here, both of these cards symbolize communication to me. Okay. It really came out of nowhere and illuminated a situation that you weren't aware of. And we've got the Fool here on the bottom. I think I was referencing that, like, they're not going to break you. Like, this isn't going to break you. This is going to hurt you badly. This has hurt you badly. Again, I feel like this has already happened, or it's in the process of happening. This isn't for people that aren't aware of this, not your reading. With the Fool here, it's like, this will allow you to have a new beginning. I don't think this relationship was as perfect as maybe you had wished it to be. Like, again, I feel like it looked good on the outside, but on the inside, I think there was cracks. And there's always cracks. There's always cracks. This doesn't just happen because, you know, there's usually cracks in a relationship, and that's not to lay blame on you for sure. Or this other person. We're all human at the end, aren't we? We all make mistakes. We really do. But there is consequences for that, and this Eight of Cups really speaks to the consequence of the pain that comes from a situation like this, okay? It's almost like when I see this card, it's almost like when someone tells you something and it feels like a knife to your heart. Like it actually takes your breath away and brings you to your knees sort of thing. That's the feeling that I'm getting when you learned about this third party situation here, okay? Is there anything more to tell? No. Let's get some advice here. Again, I think it's important. I'm just being asked to point this out again. Like, you can see that communication coming in and blowing the top off that tree and setting fire to it. But what you'll notice is there's still some standing. So again, I'm being asked to reinforce that this isn't the end, okay? Like, you will heal from this. But right now, you're in the thick of it. I think that's going to be, and maybe that's why they want me to keep pointing that out, is because you don't see that yet. But you will survive, you will get through this, but it's hard, it's really difficult. So I'm just looking for some advice here now that we've kind of laid the groundwork of this. I'm just being drawn back up here again to focus on the cracks in this relationship. There are secrets in your relationship that other people didn't know about. There is something going on. I don't know what it was. Perhaps this has happened before, long ago. This similar situation with somebody at work. But there's something here that's saying that there was secrets in your relationship that other people didn't know about. Or perhaps nobody knows about this happening right now. Like, you feel like the kind of person to me that might keep a lid on this. Like, you're a very private person. So if this is happening, I don't think that you would tell very many people. You might have one trusted person you would tell, but I honestly don't even feel that. I feel like you would keep this to yourself and would find it very hard to talk about it. Very hard. I feel like you're the Daughter of Pentacles up here. You heard something, it got your attention. You're very sweet. You're very, there's an innocence about you. There's a gentleness. You probably look really young for your age. You really are that rainbow in people's lives. Like, you're just one of those people that when you come up across you, you're so pleasant. Like, you speak pleasantly. You come across as gentle. You come across as one of those people that wouldn't hurt a fly, that you're willing to help others. But again, you're very private. I think you like to stick to home. You like to be in the comfort of your own home. You're kind of like introvert bordering on the extrovert, right? So it's like, you can exchange niceties when you're outside the home, but you're most comfortable in the home and on your own, kind of by yourself, right? You're just a beautiful person. Like, if people were to describe you, they'd say, like, she's a doll. Like, she's one of those people that is just very, very lovely to meet, very gentle natured. Yeah. Oh, somehow we had the moon energy jump out. This is a fairy deck, so it does include the work of fairies. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. So what did I say? It kept pulling me back to remind you that you're going to heal from this, okay? You're going to get through this, okay? It's not hard, but you will be able to. If you do any kind of moon work, like around the full moons and new moons, like full moon working on releasing things from your life, new moon working on bringing new things into your life, it's reinforcing to focus on those times to maximize outcomes. If you pray. Crystals I'm getting as well. If you're, keep calming crystals. Lepidolite is one that comes to mind for you. It's like a really light, like a soft lilac colored stone with almost like a silver shimmer to it. It's a beautiful stone for going through something like this. Protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking on any spiritual work. So I think it's important, especially, again, if this sensitive, beautiful type person, this empath, it'll be important for you to protect your energy, especially when you're going through separation and dealing, potentially with courts and lawyers and that sort of thing. Someone who always wants to chip in their 2 cents sort of thing. It's really important to work through those methods of protection and shielding yourself from those negative energies. The Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Okay, I think that speaks for itself and just reinforces what I had talked about earlier. Friendship. Now is the time to seek out those who will support you, encourage you. So again, I feel, you're probably one of those folks that has a few close-knit friends, like you've got a really small network, and it's just saying that if, you can't do this alone, like you can't, and you can try. But it's something that you can go through a little bit easier if you've got other people to lean on, and potentially people that have maybe gone through this themselves, So it's just really encouraging, again, to lean on your network. Yeah, interesting. Scorpio got some of these cards as well for advice, but something hidden is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Okay. So we talked about that earlier as well. And certainly, again, like I said, some secrets did come to light in this situation here. And lastly, moderation. Is there something you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily, although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So I think that card really speaks to balance and everything, obviously, in moderation. It's, I can think, some people, when they're going through a really stressful time, a really difficult time in life, they overeat, and sometimes people undereat, but I feel like you might be the type that's more prone to overeating to soothe some of these feelings and stuff. So it's just saying, be cognizant of that. There's going to be nights where you might eat that pint of ice cream. Cool. But try throughout this, because this is a long journey, it will be a long journey ahead. Try to balance that. Try to balance that out. With healthier, lighter foods as well, so that you're not using that as kind of like your medicine, right? And again, I'm just being drawn back to friendship circles and to focusing on yourself and the things that interest you. I think it's a bit soon to be talking about that, though, because I honestly feel like you're in the thick of it right now, and that's, those are things that are really hard to hear when you're in the thick of it. It'll come, but just try to keep that in mind, Don't beat yourself up if you are overeating, if you're eating junky food that makes you feel better, it won't go on forever. But I think if you're finding that's becoming a real pattern for you, you might want to seek help, whether it's professional supports or the help of your friends and stuff to better balance that out, okay? Because like I said, it is a long journey. So Cancer, my apologies to anybody who's going through this right now. Not a great position to be in, but, and this sounds so cliche, better things are to come. I just think that I don't know that I'd even say that, Cancer. I think what I would say is if you're in a relationship with somebody and there's secrets and there's, betrayals going on, that relationship has probably taken its course and isn't healthy. So it's better to know about these things, and to move forward than it is to stay in unhealthy patterns. Um, Long gone are the days where we need to stay attached to somebody for religious reasons or financial reasons. There's a lot of resources and supports out there that we never had, 20, 30, 40 years ago, right? Um, just at the bottom of the deck, I'm just being drawn to this manifestation card. Now's the time to think about. It says be honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. Write it down. That's step one. So maybe start thinking about that. Maybe once a week, go to your journal and write down what you'd like to see in your life. What you don't want to see. What you have that isn't comfortable, and what is it then that you would like. Keep that small, keep that simple for now. And as you move forward, that's going to be a little bit easier to start thinking a little more about. Okay. Anyhow, Cancer, if this resonated with you, please feel free to leave a comment, hit the like button, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.